a range of under-trials, from A to Arnab to Z for Zubair. His alphabet, unfortunately, seems abbreviated because it did not include G for Gulfisha Fatima, didn't include H for Hani Babu, didn't include K for Khalid Safi, didn't include S for Sharjul Imam, and U for Umar Khalid. Allow me to turn to a simple instance of what human rights under the rule of law means, the right to bail. The erstwhile outgoing Chief Justice of India waxed eloquent recently about how the right to bail has been granted during his tenure for all. A range of under-trials, from A to Arnab to Z for Zubair. His alphabet, unfortunately, seems abbreviated because it did not include G for Gulfisha Fatima, didn't include H for Hani Babu, didn't include K for Khalid Safi, didn't include S for Sharjul Imam, and U for Umar Khalid, and countless others. The former Chief Justice made it a point to say that the Supreme Court is not meant to act like the political opposition. We in the political opposition don't need the Supreme Court to do our job. We are not asking it to. But what troubles us is that some members of the higher judiciary appear to be doing their best to compromise the independence and integrity of our constitutional courts. I do not think that the framers of our constitution ever imagined a scenario where judges would rely on private conversations with God to write judgments, rather than on objective logic, on reasoning, and on the law and the Constitution. The Honourable Defence Minister in a speech this morning mentioned the courage of the late Justice H.R. Khanna to dissent in 1976. May I remind everyone that Justice Khanna lived for 32 years after 1976 under a largely Congress regime, long enough to write his autobiography, which the minister quoted from. Unlike poor Justice Lohia, who's resting in peace long before his time. Delays in filling vacancies in the Central Information Commission is denying citizens their right to information. Currently, the CIC has only 3 commissioners, including the chief, instead of the mandated 10, and has 22,000 pending appeals filed by people against the denial of information by this government. The third dimension of executive accountability is discursive accountability. Citizens in a democracy expect their government to be able to justify their actions by way of public discourse with civil society. This government on a daily basis is pursuing unconstitutional methods of restricting freedom of the press and freedom of speech. Its ill-conceived amendments to the IT rules to create fact-checking units was recently struck down by the Bombay High Court as being violative of Articles 14 and 19 of the Constitution.